Today, we're unraveling the horror sci-fi film. Proceed if you already watched the movie. The movie begins with a young woman awakening in a bizarre room. She finds herself standing in a circle, surrounded by numerous others who appear to be in a trance. She calls out, but no one responds, seemingly lost in a slumber. She tests her boundaries, attempting to move forward, backward, and even touch a soldier standing nearby. Each time she steps beyond the red circle beneath her feet, a piercing buzzer sounds. Suddenly, a man across the room instructs her to stop moving, explaining that someone is watching them intently but offering no further explanation. Another woman soon awakens, immediately succumbing to panic and flailing within her circle. The man tries to calm her, but overwhelmed, she inadvertently steps outside her designated circle. Instantly, a beam of energy erupts from the center of the room, striking and killing her on the spot. At this moment, the room lights up, revealing approximately 50 people arranged in two concentric circles around a black dome positioned at the center. Amidst the widespread panic, a young Asian man makes a chilling discovery: he can manipulate the lights on the floor. Arrows are marked on the ground in front of each person. Clenching his right fist, he causes a light to stop in front of a woman. Seconds later, an electric discharge from the central dome eliminates her. Realizing the horrifying truth, the Asian man explains the floor lights to the others. They quickly grasp that they can only control the light in front of them. Meanwhile, a pregnant woman in the front row makes further deductions. She recognizes that a beeping sound occurs every time someone clenches their fist, repeating at roughly 2-minute intervals. She cries out, realizing they are voting, choosing who will die by closing their hands. The pregnant woman also clarifies that voting for the already deceased or abstaining from voting is futile. In such cases, the central dome simply eliminates someone randomly. Suddenly, a young man in a checkered jacket demands silence. He proposes a strategy to understand their situation and stop the killings. In a chillingly pragmatic manner, he suggests they vote to eliminate the elderly first, reasoning that this will buy them at least 2 minutes between each death to strategize. Moments later, the first elderly man, 82 years old, is zapped to death. Horrified, the group nonetheless quickly regroups to discuss their next move. They question the soldier among them, asking if he has any insight, perhaps about an alien invasion, but he is as clueless as they are. Then, a young man in a black shirt shares his last memory before waking up in the circle, being stuck in a traffic jam and then fleeing Los Angeles before losing consciousness. Their discussion is cut short by the return of the beeping sound. As previously proposed, they vote, eliminating the second oldest person. Afterward, a third elderly person, next in line, claims to remember something, perhaps details about the aliens, their appearance, and communication. Many suspect he is lying to save himself. He fabricates details, saying, "They had green green noses. Wieners for noses, just kill me." Seconds later, he is indeed zapped. Despite eliminating the elderly one by one, they gain no useful information. The Asian man then asks who should be next. All eyes turn to a woman in a hat, and they inquire about her age. She reveals she is 52 and a breast cancer survivor. The checkered jacket guy suggests she should be next, arguing she is already closer to death. However, a black woman, a doctor, swiftly refutes this claim. Jacket guy persists, arguing for eliminating anyone over 50, but others disagree. As Jacket guy continues to push his inhumane agenda, the others, in a grim display of group decision-making, vote to zap him to death. After a tense silence, the cancer survivor proposes they try to understand why they were chosen for this circle. Most are hesitant to share personal information, but a man in the back row volunteers, stating his name is Craig, before others remind him against revealing names. He then reveals the woman to his left is his wife, pleading with the group not to harm her. A man asks if anyone else knows each other. A middle-aged man acknowledges knowing the female doctor, though both decline to elaborate on their relationship. The beeping resumes, and another person is randomly eliminated. Following this, the group focuses on a Hispanic man, but he speaks no English. A woman behind him offers to translate. After a brief exchange, she reveals he is from Mexico and has 3 daughters. This prompts a lawyer in a red tie to initiate a discussion about illegal immigration. Driven by pressure from others, the translator asks the Hispanic man if he is in the U.S. legally. He admits he is not, but this revelation does little to sway the opinions of some, especially the lawyer. The beeping starts again, but instead of the Hispanic man, a young girl in the front row is zapped, shocking some members of the group. Shortly after, a cop in the back row recognizes a tattooed man named Raul in the front row. He accuses Raul of assaulting his girlfriend, to which Raul coldly replies she got what she deserved. In a predictable outcome, Raul is zapped moments later. A blonde woman in the front row then suggests they are meant to determine who is good and bad. A man disagrees, speculating that their captors simply want to watch them kill each other for entertainment. However, a blonde man supports the good versus bad theory, asserting they are indeed deciding who deserves to live. Hearing this, a young black man raises the issue of race. Some white participants dismiss race as irrelevant in their situation, but he persists, while other African Americans in the group warn him to drop the subject, fearing it will make him a target. A heated argument erupts, and the cop interjects with blatant racism, leaving everyone speechless. When the beeping starts again, the racist cop is zapped. After this tense moment, the soldier urges everyone to stop turning on each other and focus on understanding their predicament. The next time the beeping sounds, both the pregnant woman and a man are highlighted with golden lights. Everyone votes again, and the man is immediately zapped. Soon, the man in the black shirt and the soldier discuss protecting the pregnant woman and her child. However, in a cruel twist, during the next voting round, both the pregnant woman and the child are highlighted. Certain one of them will die, a man standing behind them raises both arms, yelling that both should die. He breaks the circle's rules and is zapped instead. Witnessing the senseless deaths, several people begin volunteering to end their own lives. An elderly gentleman steps out of his circle, followed by a teenager burdened by guilt over voting to kill others. Everyone expects the soldier to volunteer next, but he refuses, believing he has sacrificed enough in his life, having recently returned from service in Afghanistan, and yearning to return to his family. Time is running out, and eventually, a woman from the back walks out, revealing she lost her young son months prior. Suddenly, a suited man from the front row asks the blonde woman next to him if she is a porn star. She denies it, but he persists, questioning her character and means of livelihood. The next voting round begins, and everyone votes him out. As the blonde woman cries, a middle-aged man wearing glasses suggests they consider who among them has children. Craig reveals he and his wife have a daughter, while glasses implies those without children should sacrifice themselves. Things escalate when the lawyer asks a woman in the back if she has children or a husband. The lawyer, who previously displayed conservative views regarding the Hispanic man, now seems to target this woman because of her short hair and masculine attire. The woman defiantly states she is a lesbian and has a wife, further enraging the lawyer. He is oblivious to the fact that the next voting round has begun. Seconds later, voting commences, and the lawyer is electrocuted. After another heated debate about their next course of action, the beeping starts again. This time, the female doctor and the black man who knows her are selected simultaneously. The pair chooses to die with dignity, stepping out of their circles together. With numbers dwindling rapidly, the conversation shifts to work and societal contribution. As they argue, the Asian man is abruptly zapped. The man in glasses continues to argue the importance of assessing societal contribution. Some agree with him, while others oppose judging people based on their professions. When the next voting round begins, the translator woman is zapped. Many now believe the Hispanic man should be next, due to his inability to speak English. However, the man in the black shirt points out a pattern in recent votings, noting that people who would never vote for the child or pregnant woman are being quickly eliminated. With sides implicitly drawn, they begin to assess who stands where, who will vote for the girls and who will not. In the next round, the young girl and the Hispanic man are chosen, but the Hispanic man swiftly sacrifices himself. The man in glasses resumes antagonizing everyone, aligning himself with the side advocating for eliminating the pregnant woman and child. He and the blonde guy persuade the couple and the black man to join their faction. However, when the child and the man in glasses are chosen in the following round, the majority votes for the man. The group descends into chaotic argument, but the beeping cycle continues relentlessly. They quickly choose a man with an amputated arm to be zapped, buying themselves more time. This action solidifies a new dynamic. The faction desiring to eliminate the pregnant woman and child now holds the majority. In a twist, the black man, now part of this majority, intends to vote out the child in the next round. However, the soldier, the de facto leader of the opposing group, attempts to save the child. He suggests they vote for the wife to test if Craig will sacrifice himself for her. The couple has remained neutral thus far, and the soldier pressures Craig, urging him to sacrifice himself to save his wife from potential elimination in the next round. Voting begins, and at the last moment, Craig relents and agrees to cooperate with the soldier. They switch their votes, effectively zapping the black man and evening out the numbers on both sides again. After the black man's death, the blonde guy angrily confronts Craig, questioning the legitimacy of his marriage. The group joins in, and the lesbian woman asks Craig's wife for her husband's name. In a shocking revelation, she cannot recall it, despite him having stated it earlier. An enraged Craig finally confesses they are not married and attempts to shift blame onto the woman, but he is zapped in the next voting round. 2 minutes later, voting commences, resulting in a 5-way tie between the blonde guy, the soldier, the cancer survivor, the blonde woman, and the lesbian woman. A revote is quickly conducted, and everyone except the blonde guy is electrocuted. Now, only 2 clear leaders remain, the blonde guy, advocating for eliminating the pregnant woman and child, and the man in the black shirt, who wants to protect them. Voting begins again, and everyone votes except for a pot-bellied middle-aged man. Consequently, the fake wife is zapped, leaving only 5 people. The man in the black shirt observes that the pot-bellied man has consistently avoided being voted throughout the ordeal, yet has survived. The black shirt guy then manipulates the blonde guy into believing they will all vote for the pot-bellied man. Unbeknownst to the blonde guy, the black shirt guy and the pregnant woman have an unspoken pact to eliminate him. In an act of calculated heroism, they vote out the blonde guy. The pot-bellied gentleman still abstains from voting, allowing himself to be zapped next. Following this, only the man in the black shirt remains with the 2 girls. The man theorizes that perhaps the aliens are conducting an experiment to understand humanity, how humans judge each other and what they value. He prepares to die next but reminds the 2 girls that one of them must decide who gets to live. Despite her fear, the child bravely offers to sacrifice herself for the sake of the baby. The black shirt guy offers to go with her and tells the child to wait for the beeping to start. In a shocking twist, just as the child steps out of her circle, the black shirt guy votes for the pregnant woman. This causes both the pregnant woman and the child to collapse. It appears the black shirt guy has successfully manipulated them. However, nothing further happens, and the man remains trapped in the room. To his confusion, the beeping starts again, leading him to believe the aliens will kill him regardless. But the sound abruptly stops. It is then that the man realizes there is someone else in the room, the unborn baby. He must now choose between his own life and the life of the baby within the woman. The scene abruptly cuts, and we see the black shirt guy waking up outside in Los Angeles. He gets to his feet, looks up, and sees multiple alien ships in the sky. He joins a group of similar survivors nearby, all staring at the alien spaceships. Seemingly, the aliens only desire the most sophisticated sociopaths to remain as their competition. Subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.